What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Smash JT. I'm not a big fan of getting pulled out of my quasi-retirement, but when you gotta defend yourself, you gotta defend yourself. And some people out there are going to some extreme lengths to try their hardest and drag my name through the mud because I'm not making videos all the time anymore. And I'd like to boil it down to they just miss me. So I've had this recent barrage of hate videos about me, about how I'm like the worst person on the planet, how people can't stand me, I'm despicable, and they just hate me so much. I just get under their skin. Why? Why? I'm just a dude that likes video games, guys. Not that I need to defend myself against any accusations or anything, because I haven't done anything wrong. It's just funny to me how everybody that wants to be mad at me is channeling their inner frustrations to just hate. And it's interesting because I've made a lot of good points about why I'm interested in the Intellivision Amico. I've also made full disclosure video on how I've put $10,000 of my own money into the Intellivision Amico investment, because I believe in it. I enjoyed my time with it. I want to see it succeed. It was something that I enjoyed. I shouldn't have to defend my position on that. It's my money. I can do what the hell I want with it. And all these people online are just so angry. I don't get it. Is it jealousy? Is that what it boils down to? Because if it is, that's really sad. There's so many better things in life to do than spend your time being jealous of someone who's far more successful than you are. But I guess if that's how you handle seeing someone else make it, it kind of shows the kind of person you are more than anything else. As far as, let's see, a couple things I wanted to get to in this video. My honest thoughts on the Intellivision Amico being delayed. Let me be real. It sucks. It sucks a lot. I had been genuinely looking forward to Tommy and the team over in Intellivision hitting that launch date. And they didn't. And it sucks. And I can make all the excuses in the world for them. I can be an apologist. I can say, oh, the pandemic, oh, the chip shortage, oh, their new company, this, that, the other thing. But at the end of the day, you gotta be real with the situation and say, you promised people it would be by this day, and it's not. Then you delayed it. You promised people again it would be there by a certain time later in the year, and it's not. The pre-orders and the founders editions and things like that might be sent out, but we don't know for sure yet. That's a big question mark. But for everyone else that was undecided on this thing and wanted to check it out in the stores and potentially walk by it and purchase it, that's not going to be an option in 2021. And that really sucks. So I mean, I'm not going to defend Tommy here and be like, oh yeah, here's it. No, it was a poor choice by Tommy to delay it to a certain time frame just to kick the can down the road again. And I've told that to Tommy privately. I'm like, that sucks. And I've also told him I totally understand what you're going through. But you gotta stop making these promises to people if you're not gonna be able to keep them. And I think that's where the frustration starts and ends with me. That's it. I'm frustrated about that. I hope that I'm able to get the Founders Edition this year, but that doesn't solve the problem of other people being able to enjoy it alongside with me. And if anything, that's even worse, because then people get FOMO, people get frustrated, they get mad, they feel like people are getting treated special because some people get it and some people can't, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that goes into that. But I guess suffice it to say, I get the frustrations of the Amico, or anti-Amico community, I should say, that is just so angry at Tommy and Intellivision for delaying this yet again. But that's it though. This is not they're not canceling the system. They're not giving people money back if they cancel their pre-orders, things like that. No, they're delaying it again. And again, like I said, I'm not going to make excuses for him. There's a lot of stuff that happened, but I guess what you got to look at is this is the first time Tommy has made a game console. Sure, he's worked in the video game industry for decades, but never making a game console. And I think he bit off a little bit more than he can chew at once, and wanting to make people happy and bring joy to their lives and want it to get to them as soon as possible, as perfect as possible. And that just isn't possible. Like, putting the effort and time that is needed to go into a game console is far more of an undertaking than I think Tommy ever could have comprehended when he initially began the journey of doing the Intellivision thing in the first place. But that's just my take on it. I'm still very excited about the Amico. I'm still invested in the Amico. I'm still a big fan of it. I genuinely, like I said, enjoyed my time playing it, and I'm looking forward to it whenever it does come out. But that doesn't mean, like I've said in previous videos, that I can't be critical of Tommy. Like, people, there's been this whole thing online about how I'm so biased towards the Amico and how I can never say anything bad about Tommy Tallarico or the Intellivision Corporation as a company as a whole. And I'm like, I almost feel like people were I don't want to say reverse psychology, but people were trying really hard to get under me and say, oh, you gotta be mad about the Amico. You gotta hate on it just like everyone, to be cool with the hip kids that just don't like this new system. And I'm just like, no, I still like it. And I'll still be critical when I feel like it's justified to be critical. Like I've said from the onset, covering the Amico since I started. I mean, hell, for those of you who have been with me since I first started talking about the Amico, my first video was basically what the haters are right now, where everyone's just like, oh, we don't need this new system. It's garbage. It's junk. Why is this thing even being built? No one wants it. And then my mind changed when I went to go play it and see it for myself. And a lot of people have trouble understanding that or comprehending that you can change your mind, especially after hands-on playing a console and seeing it firsthand on what it can do and why it's different, why it's special, and how it could be incorporated into your life personally with your family. That's the other thing too. I've noticed a lot of haters, if you will, for the Intellivision Amico don't have families. Like, there are a lot of loners out there, like gamers in their basements. They're just mad about this console existing because it's not for them. And that's okay. It's I don't know if I'm the first person to tell you this, but not everything is made for you. You know, sometimes things are made for other people in other situations. For me personally, like I've said plenty of times in the past, I have a family. And I don't really have that much time to be gaming these days. So the idea of a family-centric game console that's high quality and has short bursts of really fun games is an intriguing concept to me personally. And when I played it, it worked out well. I didn't have any issues. I didn't notice any lag. I didn't notice any problems per se. Nothing that was like game-breaking bugs or showstoppers, things like that. No, it was fun. And like I said before, it felt like it was, for the most part, ready. I think, personally, what's going on right now is the chip shortage and the price increases are throwing a curveball at Intellivision that they did not expect when they first set out to make this machine. And I don't know of the in-depth details on the challenges that's gonna that they're gonna face because of that. But I'd imagine what Tommy's going through right now is not comfortable. I'd imagine it's pretty stressful these days because he wants to put this thing out. He wanted to put this thing out 2 years ago and he wasn't able to. So I'd like to think they're able to get to that at some point and put it out there for people to play. But until then, all this talk and chatter and hate and vitriol, it's just noise. And that's all it is. It's meaningless. So I feel like, especially yesterday, I got a barrage of our friend Tipster hate sending his minions at me because what was it? That I'm biased towards the Amico because I invested money in it. See, this is funny because Tipster clearly hasn't kept up with my channel, so he didn't know that I made a video telling people that I invested money in it. And clearly he hasn't watched any of my Amico videos because I say that in all my Amico videos that since I invested the money, every single video I've made talking about the Amico, I have made that abundantly clear to the audience that I am invested in this thing and I want it to succeed. I do financially because that would be cool, but more so because I enjoyed my time playing with it, and I like Tommy. I think he's a good guy. I want him to be successful. I do. I think it's funny. There's so much jealousy from a lot of these gamers out there that they don't ever want to see anyone succeed in life because that means that someone else is more successful than them. In turn, that makes them feel like less of a human being. I don't know. I'm not a shrink. I don't know the actual psychology behind it, but I'd imagine it's something along those lines. Anyways, I dealt with quite a bit of that yesterday. It was funny because I'm like, Tipster wanted me to defend my position, which I guess in a way that's what this video might turn out to be. I don't even know. This is just me giving my thoughts. But I was telling Tipster yesterday on Twitter, I don't owe him an explanation. The guy's a jackass. I mean, all he does is hate people and throw hate their way, and he's depressing, what do you call it? The commentary community mafia that he just sends out hit pieces on people trying to grow his brand. That's what he does. And it worked for a time with Susie Lou, and now it's kind of dried up. So he's trying to find another source of attention. He's trying to locate an LOL cow, if you will. And I kind of feel bad for him because it's clearly not working out for him. So I guess he's excited about his numbers. So congrats on getting past 100,000 subscribers, dude. That used to be my goal until I realized how I could be successful in life and define success in a way that means something much more to me than numbers on YouTube ever will. Anyways, I'm going to leave the video right there. If you stayed the whole time, I really appreciate you guys. And as always, you stay smashing. Smash, Smash,